So, boop, boop. Come on, come on. So now, the feds want to get in on. They want to get in on trying to take down base and red pill, right? Um, People kept asking me, are the FBI gonna come after me because I'm red pill or you're doing this and stuff like that? 9 times out of 10, if they come after you, you gotta just like I said, I'll tell what I did in private when the feds came after me. Um, if they go after a wave of red pill men and it's a bunch of men who don't have any kind of jail records or any kind of statements to trying to do stuff, overall they could get sued or whoever can get sued. I've already told that was told that I can have sued them for the shit that they did to me years ago, but I didn't do it because I knew trying to sue the feds for them doing this stuff, but I could have, found a good lawyer or something like that and could have recouped some of the money that I possibly lost, but it would have took a long ass time and would have dragged their feet. This is the same law system who puts people in jail for 30, 40 years and then take them out of jail and don't give them shit and say, oh, we made a mistake. This kind of exposed that red pill is actually the red pill is actually working in real life. I don't care what anybody say. There's so many in Philly. I think I seen on the news or on the news online that it's like a wedding place that's filing for bankruptcy in Philly. I exposed and I showed that how much money these companies makes off of men dating women. And I'm gonna show you how much money is actually on the line when if more and more men walk away from dating women, right? There's a reason why the FBI associates internet slang like base and red pill with extremism, right? So it said freedom of blah blah blah. So basically they trying to make people stop. They trying to make men go back to the plantation. And this is their way to try to go make men in the plantation, which I don't see this ever kind of making it because there's too many red pill men and there's too many MGTOW, there's too many of us. And if they actually show that, it's going to show the weakness of this country and other countries going to take advantage of that. Now, this is my prediction. China and other countries are going to reach out to the people that they did wrong and going to ask them, would you come to our country? Do you have something that you got? Do you have something that you have that you can, what kind of skill did you have? And if they don't have no skill, they'll say, well, let's show the world that this country can't maintain their own men and bring them over here and treat them 10 times better. So so they're talking half truths. The companies tapped on the shoulder of the FBI and tapped the shoulder of the CIA to get Red Pill to shut up because we hurting their bottom line. More and more men are not trying to work because they don't want to give their money to women, and which is a stupid thing, but a lot of people think that way. Um, they don't want to be some rich person or somebody who has money, and then somebody come in their life and taking their money out of their pocket, right? Also, they don't want to work for companies that's going to support feminism, which I don't know. But they're gonna try. This is the drastic measures that they was gonna try that they're implementing now to go against red pill men. And you see it online that these people are trying their best to shut up red pill, or say that they're violent and extremists, and oh, y'all better shut up and stuff. So they want everybody, they want the voices to be out here for the women to say whatever they want. And then we're gonna live in a gynocentric, or how can I say, gynocentric world where the women get to have more voice than the men, and whatever they say, they're drown out everybody else, and then we got to deal with the consequences of them saying the wrong thing about us, and then they're gonna try to manipulate us into doing what they want us to do. And if we don't do what they do, they're gonna try to change some laws, because the bachelor tax is coming up next. You forgot? You forgot that some of this stuff happened in Rome. You forgot that some of this happened in some other societies where the men decided that they would walk away. I think this has happened in Australia and the UK, where the men are actually leaving and going overseas. And now they're trying to make laws to stop them, but it didn't work out. So if red pill get taken away and all these male groups get taken away offline, then 9 times out of 10 people are going to start doing this in real life. Then they'll be able to find people and slap Rico on everybody. I'm just telling you what they're going to do. They can't slap Rico on people online. We don't have no leaders. But what they can do is, if we go in one room and we go in places and meet up, they can say we're a criminal organization and then slap Rico on us and try to put us in jail. All right? But you know how that'll look to everybody around the world. And eventually it will come out they're doing this. Then, so I don't know what they're gonna do, but this is the reason why the FBI is so interested in red pill content. So now they get to say that certain words are made for races and all this other extremists, but women get to say they hate men and go out here and kill guys, and then they just ignore it. It's amazing how the society is starting to do what they're doing now. So let's see. Come on, man. Come on. You kidding me, right? Oh man. I was off the fucking thing for like 2 seconds and it restarted. Damn, man. I did this probably. Now, if you see these numbers right here, this is me taking some of the data off of Google. All of these companies across the globe, across the United States, are losing a lot of money. This is how much money that 4 or 5 years ago was spending. This is how much money that these industries have that generate with men spending money on dates. Men spend money $300 billion on dates. The restaurant industry is $771 billion. The wedding industry is pretty much getting lower, but it's 53 billion. Live concerts, 17 billion. Christmas, 300 billion. Valentine's Day spending, 200, I mean 23.9 billion. Women spend 40% than men, which is like 340 something billion. You can see the numbers right here, right? All these numbers is the reason why they want to take down red pill. Because if less men start working, if less men stop working, there'll be less men spending money in these companies. Also, there'll be less women getting free shit for doing nothing. Now, the economy can't survive off the OnlyFans. Our economy can't survive off of women just buying shit. You know why? Because they don't buy the right shit. A lot of them don't buy, in general, they don't buy the things that men contribute to. They contribute to cosmetics and other shit. When you give a woman $1 billion, she's gonna spend it on other shit that doesn't really matter. While men, they're gonna get jobs. They're gonna get jobs that people don't want to do in order to give it to women who don't appreciate them. So when those jobs ain't filled, and the men are moving a certain way, moving out of certain markets, or not working at all, then you have a society that doesn't have supply and demand, or a society doesn't have the ability to farm a whole bunch of new people to do what they want them to do. These companies are trying their best to get you to go back to the old ways. And it ain't gonna work because some men will see this and say, okay, F society. You want me to go stop saying red pill and this and red pill that? And you're gonna try to lock me up if I do this? I'm not gonna do what you told me to do. Then there's gonna be a whole bunch of rich, successful guys who don't have wives and families, and they're gonna try to go after them in some way. Can you imagine that? Where you have a whole bunch of men who got money and they six figures, but they don't want to date. And you see how some of these guys will try to shame them and tell them, oh, you're a successful guy, you need to be out here dating and stuff. And they're going to say, no, I don't want nobody to take my money, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're supposed to give your money away, blah, blah, blah. And then you'll catch them and they lie and tell them, like, oh, you want me to, my hard work to give money away to people who don't deserve it or this. And it'll just be crazy, right? This is the reason why they want the FBI is now coming after the so-called red pill terms and everything else. This is the truth of why red pill is considered extremist now.